Howdy and welcome back. I'm Tradus Gray, and in this video I'm going to be upgrading Treasure Hunt, the beginner's deck that you get for completing your color challenge series. So the heart behind this beginner's upgrade guide is actually geared towards a person that is brand new to Magic the Gathering Arena. And if you're watching this and you're a veteran player, you can actually check the timestamps out below and go to the content that your heart is desiring. And of course, thank you in advance for watching the video too. I really do appreciate it. And one little note before we begin, if you have not gotten your free codes, please check out my Discord. The link is in the description below. And once you're there, from the general channel, go into the Magic the Gathering channel, click on the thumbtack at the top right, and then from there you're going to see a website that is updated monthly with free codes that anyone can use to get free packs. Once you open these packs, you're of course going to get some wild cards built up. You're also going to get packs, naturally by playing the game, getting your dailies done, leveling up your mastery tree. Please complete your color challenge series first before upgrading one of your beginner decks, right? Complete that first, get the free codes. If you haven't bought the welcome pack, I think it was like $5-6. That's what I did. I bought the welcome pack, I used my free codes, I leveled up, got all of my color challenge series done, and then once I did that, that's how you could technically build this deck almost for free, if not 100% free. So pretty darn close, and I actually keep it budgeted with that in mind. All right, let's dive into Treasure Hunt 2.0. So the purpose of this deck is to give you an overall positive experience while playing it, winning some games with it, farming your dailies, building that collection up to get to that ultimate mythic deck that you might have in mind. Starting with the 1-drops, I changed it up a little bit from the original. The original had 3 gas and an unwilling ingredient. The unwilling ingredient, I get why they added it. It was to give you, because you had 3 gas, 1 ingredient, it gives you 4 1-drops. The ingredient had a little bit of menace with it, and you could draw cards from it whenever it was in your graveyard. You could draw 1 card by exiling it. I get it, but the eye twitch and the gas here, the gas is gas for the deck by allowing us to ramp up anytime we block with it or sacrifice it, or if there's something that's really pesky that's got a 1 toughness on it, then you can use this to get rid of it, of course. The eye twitch gives us card advantage in the long game by allowing us to go to our sideboard. The sideboard, I have 1 environmental science, 1 necrotic fumes, 2 pest summonings, 2 mascot exhibitions, so that's 2 mythics that you may have to craft for this deck already, and 1 confront the past, a rare. I will tally up the rares and the mythics and at the end of the tech guide here, and then I'll let you know what that total is basically. But for right now, the mascot, this is really powerful in your sideboard, especially when you start ramping up. It gives you things to play, it gives you more creatures to sacrifice, and the creatures are not shabby either. You get a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying, a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token, and a 4/4 blue red elemental creature token. Really nice, and of course fodder for your predator or for drawing, getting that card advantage as well. So the pest summonings, the same aspect, of course, getting creatures on the board, and of course when these die, you gain a life out of it as well. You can use them to chump block if need to. The necrotic fumes, if you got some creatures that are expendable and you don't mind just getting rid of them, looking at these tokens in particular, you can exile 1 of those tokens and of course use the necrotic fumes to get rid of something that is just troublesome, right? The environmental science, I like just, having 1 of, you gain 2 life, but if you're starving for mana, or if it looks like you may not be drawing into mana soon, you know, you kind of get a feel for your deck and just kind of feel for the shuffler sometimes. So this really helps out by just allowing you to not miss any more lands or getting that onto the board and ramping up a little faster. So that is the sideboard. Going into our 2-drop column, I have Deadly Dispute, instant as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, and then create a treasure token. You can sacrifice your treasures, okay, because it does say artifact or creature. If you're, I mean, these are great things to sacrifice because when you sacrifice them, they still get to complete what their text says on the card. Remember, exiling and sacrifice, aka destroy, are 2 different things. If you sacrifice, a creature dies. If you exile, it does not die, and it will not complete any of the card verbiage on it because it got exiled. It did not actually die. It's just in another zone. So Deadly Dispute, hard advantage over your opponent. Really nice. You can also use it in response if they're trying to remove a creature off of your board, such as the Gold Span. If they're getting rid of it and you got 2 mana up, sure, why not? You might even get the spell to fizzle too because it's not actually targeting something since you in response on top of the stack. Dragon's Fire really synergizes with this deck just phenomenally because, of course, we got dragons. And don't forget your Predator. Even though it's a vampire, it's still a dragon. I overlooked this the first time I was kind of just eyeballing the deck, and then I'm like, well, that's actually pretty good because here's the power of Dragon's Fire. You get to choose a dragon for it. You can choose one on the board or you can choose one in your hand. It's going to do 3 damage if you don't, which is really still nice for 2 on an instance, right? But if you reveal a dragon card or choose a dragon you control as you cast a spell, it's going to do its damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. So you know, with Kaylin on the board, and we're going to talk about Kaylin here in just a second, let's say this becomes a 4/4 or a 5/5. You've beefed it up because, you know, we'll talk about Predator also in a second, but its power comes from getting those +1/+1. This is where this starts to shine because it can just remove a big threat off the board very instantaneously. Kaylin finishing out our 2 drops is just, it's just wonderful in this deck. I mean, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. And when you start popping off with it, it's great because other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. So if you spend 4 treasures, that creature is going to get a +4/+4 added to them. So you can kind of see some of the power of this deck when you're ramping up those treasure tokens. You got Kaylin on the board. Oh, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel good. Going to the 3-drop column, Skullport Merchant, which is another gas for this deck. It allows us to sacrifice a creature or treasure. It doesn't always have to be creatures in this. In fact, you really want to save your creatures for the Predator, which we're about to get to. But if need be, getting card draw advantage by sacrificing creatures is a way to go with it, right? It is a way to go. So keep that in mind. It also, when it enters the battlefield, creates a treasure token. So again, wonderful, wonderful tokens. Let's look at the 2 drops here in the, what did I replace? I replaced a Hired Hexblade, a Sudden Breakthrough, and a Thieves' Tool. So I simplified the 2 columns. I forgot to mention that when we were there. And then in the 3 drops, I took out the Soul Shatter and the Zorn. And then I increased the Skullport Merchants by 1. I kept the Magic Missiles. Magic Missile, it's a sorcery speed though. It's not instant. But its beauty comes in the fact that it can't be countered. And then you can do 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Now, Magic the Gathering Arena functions a little different than our brain, like on paper, where we could just say, hey, 1 here, 2 here. Be sure that when you're choosing the targets, okay, that it specifically asks you to choose 1, 2, or 3 targets. If you're only doing 2 targets, just choose 2 and hit submit to, and then it's going to go to, okay, which damage do you want on this target and this target, A and B, and then you tell it. Okay, so I had to do a little finagling to figure that out. The 4-drop column, what I did take out was the Hoarding Ogres, the Jaded Sellsword, and Orcus, Prince of Undeath. Don't get me wrong, Orcus is a very powerful card in this deck, very powerful. I just wanted more synergy with dragons in particular, and going that route because of the Dragon's Fire, right? So if you can't get all of the cards here, all of the powerhouse cards with this deck, consider leaving Orcus in. Orcus is good. Orcus is good. The reason Orcus is good, because I have my notes pulled up on the side here, is that yes, it can be used as a board wipe, but it can also be used to bring creatures back to the battlefield if need be. So there is some power in that. Don't forget, don't just look at Orcus as a board wipe. It's got flexibility in the card that you can use it to bring things back. But my 4-drop column, I did keep the Grim Bounties because I liked being able to have flexibility in target creature removal and or planeswalkers, because this gives us the ability to target a planeswalker and of course create a treasure token. It is, in my personal opinion, a little high on the mana cost, 2 black and 2, but it does do the job that it's there for and creates a treasure token for the deck, right? So Predator, this where it shines. This is where the deck is just nasty, because the Predator, Vampire Dragon, don't forget, it's a dragon that synergizes. You have this on the board. Okay. When it becomes tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and put a 1/1 counter on it. So if we sacrifice another creature, the bottom here, it gains indestructible until end of turn, tap it. If we're sacrificing something, okay, if you're going to be blocking and then sacrificing, make sure you block and then go to your sacrificing, right? Because you don't want it to be tapped before you block, right? But it gives it indestructibility. Gives it indestructible. Indestructibility. And you get to draw a card. Whatever you did to sacrifice, right? Whatever you did. Now, you can sacrifice anything at will with this card, but the synergy is just oozing off of this deck, right? The synergy, because if we sacrifice things with this, we got options. We got options. We can learn. We got 2 options here. Get card draw potential, indestructible, and of course it's getting counters. It's just so nice, this card, and it's just so nasty to get rid of if you're the opponent going, ugh. So that's the 4-drop column. Onto the 5 drops. Why is a Draina in the deck? Well, you actually get one free by completing your color challenge series. It comes in another deck, but you do get one for free. So why not add it in just for now? Because again, it's a free mythic. So why not just add it in, right? Flying. Whenever Draina the Last Blood Chiefs attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary creature card in your graveyard. You return that card to the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. The creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Especially when the deck thrives on having targets just to sacrifice and get rid of, right? So why not being able to bring things back from the graveyard? Westgate Regent. This is a win condition in itself. If you get this onto the battlefield and it's doing damage because of its evasion with flying, it's also got a little bit of evasion with ward, discarding a card, because your opponent may not want to discard a card to be able to target it with a spell or an ability. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, put that many 1/1 counters on it. That is just so good. So awesome. And this thing is going to just grow. So the first time you attack with it, sure, it does 4, but it becomes an 8/8. Second time you attack with it, it does 8. Now it's going to become a 16/16. It's a force to be reckoned with, of course. Goldspan Dragon. It's flying. It's haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes a target of a spell, create a treasure token. And then all treasures you control have sacrifice this, add 2 mana of any one color. So getting this out, being able to ramp with it even more, even when it's gone. Of course, it has to stay on the board in order for it to give 2 mana of any color, right? But it's going to give you tokens, and if you cast it again with Kalane, it's going to get more counters on it. It's flying, it's haste. You're going over the opponent's creatures. You're going to face. It's nice. You really do need more in this deck. I added 1 because the original deck, it gives you 1 in the deck, right? It gives you, in fact, all you get is this Westgate and 1 Goldspan for the original deck. I added an extra 1. You do want to add more to this as you start to thin out the deck and add more powerful removal like Blood on the Snow and maybe some lulls to the deck too. So that's something to consider. But for right now, just to keep it beginner budget friendly, I've only added 1. And the 2 and the Westgate and the Draina, really nice. Our last creature column here, 6 drop for an Inferno. Did you know you get this for free as well in your Color Challenge series? Just complete your Color Challenge series. It comes in one of the decks. I can't remember which one. It's one that has a red, it's splash red in it, of course. But this is free. It's a free mythic, just like Draina. Okay? Why not use it? In fact, this replaces the Red Dragon for the same mana cost. Now, Red Dragon does 4 damage to the opponent's face when it comes in and just melts them for 4, right? Well, this can't be countered. And it's got flying. Awesome. Haste. Awesome. And you get to pump it up. So, and it's got a win condition on its own there. You know, when its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. I mean, okay, sorry. It's still a win condition because it's just a powerhouse of a card, but sometimes your opponent have more than 20 life. But you feel me here, all right? It's free. It's awesome. It's a dragon. Can I say awesome any more times in this video? I don't know. Take a shot every time. All right. Lands. The land column here, I added some snow-covered lands in this just so I can have the option of doing some Faceless Havens. Now remember, even though it adds a mana, you can spend 3 snow to bring this out as a 4/3 creature with vigilance, and it has all creature types. So technically, it's a dragon as well, and you can use this to get a power of 4 off of. Instead of dealing 3 damage, you do 4 damage, right? So you could use it off of your Faceless Haven as well. But the only personal problem I have with snow, I mean, I love snow, but the personal problem I have with it in Arena is that it only gives me 2 art styles. I know. Comment below if you think that's funny. Comment if you're like me as well. But when I have a basic swamp or a basic mountain, I have many different decorative card types to choose from. So, but if it's snow, I only have 2. I mean, not shabby. I mean, I still like them, but you know, I would prefer to be using my mountain card that shows the little shadow of the red dragon on it. I mean, the shadow of the dragon on the mountain you get from the Jumpstart collection. But for the red, you know, and then I don't know. I'd probably use something wicked with the snow. I mean, the swamps as well. But you feel me, right? So the big thing in this is that I did add the pathways, and I added some havens. The pathways I thought were extremely important in just making this deck very smooth, very smooth. It gives us the option of choosing red or black depending on our need. The original deck only comes with one of these, but it makes it smooth. In fact, my biggest question sometimes that I'm asked is what cards should I get first with my wild cards? I can't decide on which deck to upgrade. Which one should I do? My answer is get all the land cards. Get all the land cards. Get all the dual lands that you can. I mean, these are common, of course, and you're given a lot of these into the beginner decks, but get all the land cards that you can. You can't play Magic without land. Plain and simple. And you also can't play Magic without spell cards too, in case you're getting flooded with land. But hey, that's Magic. All right. So let's go over the total cost of the deck here. Total cost of the deck for a beginner that has to upgrade this from the original version to this version. How many mythics, rares, and uncommons is it? In the mythic column, it's going to take you three to upgrade. 1 for the extra gold span and 2 for the mascots. For the rares, we got 1 here. Okay. 3 here. 3 here. 2 here. So 3, 3, 6, 8, 9. And that's it. 9 rares. Regarding the uncommons, we have 4 eye twitches, 1 extra Kalane, 1 extra Skullport, and 1 necrotic fumes. So that's 7. 7 total uncommons you have to do, 9 rares, and 3 mythics. That's very doable for this deck. Very doable. And of course, if you don't have 9 rares, you can actually add in more swamps or snow to just, you know, fill in the missing cards. You can take it away from lands. I stress that you should upgrade the lands first, but because that goes for any deck that you can play in the future, right? But if you're just specifically wanting to upgrade this deck and you don't have the rares, you can take it away from the lands and then add whatever you need to flush the deck out, right? So take that advice. I hope you have fun with it. I hope you enjoy the gameplay footage that I'm going to put in here as well, just to kind of show how I played with the deck. Please excuse any misplays, of course. But I'm happy to hear in the comments if you saw something that I could have done better. If you like, subscribe, comment, all of that helps. Just get this out there, because I'm a small YouTuber. So getting this out there in front of other people that can see this deck, build it, have a better overall experience with it. That's all I'm trying to do with this. So thank you in advance for all of it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next. Yeah, I think I got enough removal now. Deal with the odds and ends. Went ahead and mulligan. This is even worse. I don't see myself having double red for a while. Possible. But, treasure tokens. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. Does this, no? Alright. Mez and Mort. A lot of cards in your deck. Speaking of, I need to change my card back. Well, whatever you cast a copy, all right, create a treasure token, and yeah, it gets beefier. All right. It's a red-blue treasure token deck. Zorn, oh my gosh, much respect for this person. All right, Field of Ruin can definitely get rid of my Faceless Haven. I don't want them creating a whole lot of treasure tokens. So Zorn does have to go at some point. I really want to get this out, though, and going. But to draw in some of their cards, I think I'm going to do this. Yeah. No point in doing that yet. I think we just need to get rid of something and say go. Yeah. No attacks. Draina is not going to do us any good because we can't bring anything back. So having Drainer in our hand right now, not great. Here's another Zorn. It's fine. Yeah, their deck is really treasure oriented with red and blue. I like it though. It's a really neat idea. Very neat idea. Especially with the Stormkin being able to get some really good damage in. Because it'll get pumped up with the treasure tokens. This is good for us too. So I got... How much mana do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I can do this and then get rid of Zorn. Get rid of the Stormkin. Sure. And if they want to counter it, they can counter it. They also have another play in hand. So what is it? Like an unsummon? I don't see no reason not to swap in for one. What are you going to cast? Removal? That you're going to copy? Oh, okay. And then... Okay. Awesome. Perfect time for this. And might as well get this out. Actually, yeah, might as well. It's fine. Got two things on the board. Opponent has one card in hand. Gotten rid of some of their synergy, but they got a lot of cards in the deck, so they probably have a lot of spells or other ways of making treasure tokens that those cards were supposed to work off of. Oh. They say go. I don't know what's going on. So are you gonna sacrifice this? I'm gonna make you. How's that? I'll make you. And we'll smack in. Mm-hmm. And I get to bring my skull port back. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fine. I'm. What do I want here? Probably another red, since we have some black down there. I mean, the Field of Ruin probably is for more for the mono white stuff, right? And they have to bring back the skull port, because I don't think there was any other thing to do. It's fine. It still has to happen, though. This is why we played Draina instead of the other thing. Okay, great. And see, next turn, before they say go, I can draw. I could sacrifice the token. I could do that now, actually. Perfect. Because it's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I won't be able to. Let's go ahead and get our predator out and play. We'll start exiling things from their graveyard. I got removal in my hand. I got a skull port. Okay, I'll take the damage. This is great for us. This is huge for us. Okay. I want to save up mana for keeping, you know, options open. We'll probably get rid of the Zorn. I think this is looking good for us. Looking good. Keeping the mana up to be able to sacrifice our creatures will synergize with the predator. Okay. We can go ahead and kill one now. Using the power of the predator. Choose a dragon. Kill. Boom. Commit. My turn. That makes it very easy to deal with. Play this for, I think, another black. We might as well swing in for 5. I could put Draina down and still keep mana up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think so. I think that's going to be great. Let's get rid of you. No. I'm keeping it for the card draw. Because whenever I sacrifice, yeah, good game. Whenever I sacrifice anything, it will make it indestructible. So sacrificing with the skull port is going to make... Yeah, there you go. You got it. So I want to keep the mana up because I was going to go ahead and sack my Ghast just to get another treasure token, draw a card, and, you know, yeah. I like the deck. I like that so far. The opponent had a cool deck too. We had answers for their plays. Sure. Our shuffler is smiling on us now. I think what I want to do is go ahead and play this tapped. Say go. How much mana do you need? Oh, okay. You can become a creature at any point. All right. I say we go ahead and play the 2 eye twitches. I can even sacrifice one of my eye twitches later just to draw, you know, if I want. Get 2 cards, treasure token. Probably a good idea. Oh, here comes a flood. For now, I'm not going to sack. I'm just going to attack for 2. There's no point in sacking right now. There's no board state other than just 2 eye twitches. Other dwarves. This is a dwarf deck. Okay. Okay, so far I'm okay with not doing anything right now. Got definitely some things we can do. I think holding back right now is the best thing. Let's see what our opponent has to play, you know, and then we'll act in response. We get to make a treasure token off of this. So I have 4 down. I have 1 in my hand. I could do this on the next turn. So actually, if my opponent doesn't do anything, I will Deadly Dispute one of my eye twitches. All right. Creates a treasure token. Okay. Say pass. Pass. I think this is a huge play for us. I don't see any reason not to do this right now. Can't be countered. It's awesome. We get a smack in for 7. They may have an answer for this. They get a smack in for a lot of damage too, and make some copies. But now they have to deal with these flying creatures. Or can I kill them on the backswing? Pump up for 2. Oh, they have their own. Okay. Well, I can kill that with Dragon's Fire. This is where the Dragon's Fire comes into its power. Attack in here is... I mean, the argument could be made just to attack with the tokens. There you go. Sure. You get 8 in. If I draw a mountain... If I draw a mountain, I think our opponent's dead. Do you have another flyer, since you're going to be using these treasure tokens? This is exciting. That got me out of my chair. Like, what's gonna happen here? Okay. Okay. I did not draw another mountain. I really needed to draw another land, though. Could have just been black. So I have to hold back here. I can put this down the chump. Probably going to be the best thing here. We'll see what happens. I have to see what happens. I can't spend all this mana. That's a sorcery. It's only going to give us 1 extra. If I play this, I get a treasure token, and I can still use my Dragon's Fire. That's probably going to be the best thing. And it gives us another body on the board. I'm gonna say no attacks. I'm gonna say in turn. If he was gonna go, if our opponent was gonna go ahead and cast a gold span, oh no, they didn't have the tokens. Yeah. Creatures you control, or every creature type. The same is true. Okay. Create a... Okay, so you can mana sink into this. Okay, and what do you do? I see where your power is coming in. Okay. Resolve. If he attacks with both dragons, this might get very interesting. Okay. Okay. Resolve. Okay. So we go to blocks. You will block that one. You will block this one, right? Yeah. I will block this one. Okay. 3 blockers. Priority goes to me? You? Goes to the opponent because I have something to play. So it gains first strike and trample. Oh, okay. Well, that has to go, unfortunately. Choose a dragon you control. Kill this. Autopay. And now that dies. And we live. Do we live? Maybe? Maybe? Maybe we live? Hey, Lovable, how are you? I don't see any reason not to do 2 of these. Do you have 2 points of damage? I need to draw a magic missile for another mountain. Oh. Okay. How can I do this? I think I'm just dead. I think I'm dead. We're so close to winning this game. So close. If we had another mountain. Wait a minute. I think I just figured it out. Oh my gosh. Autopay. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. Yeah, Yeah, I haven't been on. I haven't had time. But now I'm making the time. Feels good. Feels good to get back in. It's my first game in quite a while, actually. So I think I had one 2 weeks ago, but before that, it's just been a few months. Not a bad hand. We'll keep it. It is the slow play to go, but I will do that. In fact, pretty much had to do that. Okay. Alrighty then. So we'll go with black on this one. Yep. I take a point of life for the lithoform. And let's get a flyer into play. Why not? See what treasure. Alright, so put a charge on this and remove, add 2 mana. There we go. Alright. So they're a litho deck. Kind of neat to see some different things. Actually, let's just do this. Auto pay. Yep, we take 1 point for the swamp. Pay this with treasure. Sure. We'll just say all attack. Got an interesting board coming up. Cool, cool. Yeah. Golems. Ooh. I'm a little excited and nervous at the same time. Tap an untapped legendary creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Okay. Let's see here. I think I just say go here just to see what happens. We'll save up our mana, save our mana here for whatever we might want to play. I say we end the turn. Okay, interesting. You may copy that spell. Okay. So I have to pay 2 mana in order to get rid of that. Okay. Land is good. We could still smack in for 2 here. Okay. Let's do a treasure token. We can pay 2 here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I add 2? Yes, I can. Might as well play this. I don't see any reason not to. The crawling barrens is problematic. This guy's deck is very interesting. Okay, yeah. Interesting things we can do, but they don't have anything to get rid of our flyer. So keep sending it over. I say we end the turn. Blocks, attacks or blocks each combat if able. And that's gonna make his other things, yep, resolve. I should take out one of the pretenders, right? Oh. Yeah, I was just gonna say, why are they doing that? I can just swing in. I am loving the new 2.0 version of this. So let's get another game in. Maybe two more games. Yeah. Snow-covered forest. Are you playing a mono green world champion deck? No. That's impressive. Okay then. Excuse me. So I do need to get some removal for Finn here. He is legendary, right? Yeah. So they could have another in their hand. I will block and do a treasure token on this. Just so I can ramp into this. So, I don't know if that is the right play. They could have a fight spell, and I don't have a creature to sacrifice. So, I think going this route is going to be the best route. And then next turn we can Westgate Regent, and they can try to kill that if they want. I mean, we can take 1 point of damage here. It takes 10 poison counters in the game. But yes, if they got the removal, which is what I thought they might, we want to have them go ahead and use it on, like I said, the weaker creatures. So this is actually the better play here. And this leaves up 2 mana in case they want to fight something. And we can draw a card. Okay. Because I'm assuming they have at least one more fight. Okay. Pretty good stuff. Oh, that's right. You put 2 on? Yeah. Oh, and you didn't want to do anything, did you? That is interesting. Let's do this. Hey, with treasure. Well. We're gonna say no attacks. Because we got creatures we can sacrifice. If I have to, I get rid of the Skullport Merchant. It would be sad. Or actually, no, we would get rid of the Killane. Okay, reach. My turn. Well, this will make things all more interesting. An interesting deck. A lot of ramp, but what are they going to ramp into is the question. Now, I don't have any card advantage now because I spent all of my mana. Okay. A lot of counters here. My turn. No point in playing the land right now. We could play the Faceless Haven, but they are going to have to block this guy. They do have something in their hand, giving them priority. You have to discard a card, though. So these 2 are coming in. Yeah, I can get rid of one of my Shambling Gas. That's 10. Okay, so it's just 6. Okay. So you get the spider. All right. Now, if he gets something that gives him poison for everything, that's going to be interesting. Now I can get rid of my Westgate. Ah. That is interesting. See, that's where the shenanigans come into play. Very nice. So, are we dead with all these poison counters? See, we needed to draw removal for the, we need removal for Sarah's, actually, to get rid of all these poison counters. So we take, I can block 2. 1, 2. Then I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's game. That's 8 poison counters. That's game. Good game. But we'll see if we're gonna try. We're gonna try to stay alive. We're gonna try to stay alive. All right. Choose blockers. Let's get rid of you. You. Well, and then I can sacrifice to even choose a dragon. Auto pay. Submit. Oh. Woo. Thanks. So, if they have another Sarith, we're dead, right? I think I'm just gonna send this over because that's pretty much. Well, no, they have to have another Fang, Fin. Yeah, the Sarith just gives them Death Touch whenever they attack. Hexproof otherwise. Yeah, they don't got it. Now that is where things come into play. I need removal for Sarith. I could straight up just take that. That's 2 points. Drawing land, not cool. All right, let's think this through. I think I need to hold everything back. think I need to hold everything back. I'm getting another fin though. Man, that was lucky. All right, declare your attackers. Oh my gosh. We live for another turn. Black. 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 Colorless. Colorless. And we got enough for... I have to make this attack. I have to go in with this guy, right? Pretty sure we have to. Is there anything that taps? No. You tap? No. But he'll make a... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he just needs to send 2 in. I think I'm just gonna go for it. It gets rid of... See, I don't think he needed to do that. He could have killed us, I think. Now, if you tap it, this guy dies. You have a way to tap it. No. Okay. We're gonna end the turn. So here comes... See, if he'd just taken the hit, he would have killed me. But now I have things to block, if I'm not mistaken. If he gets 2 by, though, I'm dead. Is that where I messed up? I got 3. Oh yeah, I'm still fine. We go to blocks. So you gotta die. You gotta die. You gotta die. Four blockers. Yeah, but it's not attacking. He gains a life. I am going to sacrifice my Skullport Merchant. Make this indestructible. So one poison counter comes by. We'll get rid of Finn. And I have lethal next turn, right? He doesn't have anything that can block the flyers. This is a very good game. Yes, it is. Talk about clutch. My turn. Oh, buddy. Oh my gosh.